Yeah, we were fortunate to get a grant from the National Science Foundation to look at emergency response. Our perspective is an e-government perspective, that is looking at how information systems can improve the efficiency and effectiveness of government services. So, in the case of emergency response, we're looking at how new IT systems can improve the timeliness of emergency response as well as the quality of emergency response. So that if you were to push 911, as I had occasion to do a couple weeks ago, then the ambulance or fire truck would know where to go there quickly, would know your condition, could use kind of integrated, interoperable data architecture to transmit your patient information, your blood, all that type of stuff, so that you could be treated more efficiently as well as with higher quality. So that's what that study is. It's a national study, and it's one of several that we've been doing in the e-government area.
So you're developing an architecture for it, or you're looking into what's going on recently?
Yeah, we are contributing to a new architecture. It's called Next Generation 911. It's kind of like 911 is very much of a voice-based system, right? You call 911 and you call a dispatcher, and then they call someone, and then they call someone, right? That's all voice. But in this internet age, it can all be data, that they're just simultaneously pushing all the information about you through the system so that the system can react better. So that's kind of an architecture, as well as a set of practices, I would say, for implementing new technologies. So that's it. That's the NSF grant, and that's in the area of digital government, where I have 2 or 3 or 4 research projects.
That sounds really interesting.
Good, I'm glad you're here.
I think you've been working with Ben Schooley for the last couple of years on that project, right?
That's right.
He's doing like a multi-case study basis topic
He's
on
doing
that.
his dissertation based
Right.
on that.
Okay.
Based on that grant, right? Right. So you're going to ask me about the K Center?
Yes. Well, what kind of research going on recently with the K Center?
Right, right. As you know, we started in early 2006 through the generous gift by Steve K. So we have this eHealth Research Center, and this eHealth Research Center looks at how the onset of personal health records and other new forms of health information can impact how people manage their health care. So one of our first projects is to develop a taxonomy of users. That is, how do different users, what different needs do different users have for personal health information, electronic personal health information. So, if you're young and healthy, you probably have very limited needs. If you're chronically ill or disabled,
Right,
very
that's where
complex needs.
taxonomy.
That's where the taxonomy. Right. And if the camera would ask me who's working on that one, I would say that Deborah Lafke is doing her dissertation based on that grant.
So that's one of the projects this is going on.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and we do an annual symposium. We'll do another one this December, focusing on innovation. That will be the theme, and we're doing some policy analysis research with Cornell University in Washington D.C. Yeah. So that's going on.
Deborah was just there last week, right? I heard.
That's right. That's right.
Was she on doing research, or was she there for vacation?
Yeah, she was at she provided testimony for a national committee called the Consumer Empowerment Work Group for the Secretary of Health and Human Services, and they took testimony of people who are experts. And so Deborah testified on behalf of the K Center on the need for a user-centered approach to the development of personal health records, and basically kind of summarized our research.
Oh, that's some pretty serious stuff. So let's go to the more informal stuff. So what have you been doing the last couple months in the summer? I heard you enjoy the sun, the sea, the sand. So
oh, right.
What else have you done?
Right. I have I've rented a house in Topanga Canyon, which is right inside of Malibu, and so I've been going every weekend with my kids and family, and I've been enjoying that, hiking and boogie boarding, and as many know, I crashed the other week and had to take an ambulance in, and so that was my summer thrill so far. And I'm going to Mexico Thursday, and just hanging out. I could. I was asking him questions, I learned. I did learn a lot, because here we have this NSF grant, and for example, I didn't fully realize that fire always gets there first. I thought the ambulance would get there first, but the fire engine showed up first, and so I asked them, and they said, oh no, fire always gets there first. And then I was talking to Ben, who's doing his dissertation, and he said, yeah, Ben hung out for a day in San Mateo County, one of the case studies, and he said, yeah, they say that fire doesn't have that many fires to fight usually, and so they've kind of outlived their mission, but they still need them in case when that big fire happens. So most days they don't respond to fire. Most days they respond to emergencies. So fire is really fire and emergency, and you wouldn't think that because the fire truck and all that, but fire shows up first. Fire is often more trained than ambulance. Yeah, I didn't think that, fire is paramedic, and often ambulance is one level down. So, and I was code 2, not code 3, which meant I didn't get the siren. I was kind of bummed about that, and I'd have to pass out to be code 3. So I learned, right? I could do a case study. I got there, I was delayed for an hour while they validated my medical record to make sure I didn't have any drug-drug interactions before they gave me the pain medication. So if there had been a personal medical record on me, on my cell phone, I think I would have uploaded.
Which Megha's been doing.
Huh?
Which Megha's been doing, right? Cell phone.
Well, I had my phone with me, and I was saying, if I had my person, can't I just hand it to you? Couldn't I just hand it to you with the information? Right, and it would have been quicker. So yeah, I learned about that, and I joke that we measure timeliness in minutes, and I was asking them about timeliness, and then we measure quality, and quality can be kind of vague, and for me it was not vague. I had a dislocated shoulder, I had an 1.5-inch gash in my head, I was in a lot of pain, and they wouldn't give me any pain medication on the way in because they weren't trained, I wasn't code 3 and all that. That was lack of quality.
And you heard it on tapes.
That shows the importance of the research that you.
That's right.
All right. Well, Daniel, do you want to ask something to Dr. Horan since you're here and looking good?
Boxers or briefs?
Oh my God.
Was that a Bill Clinton question?
So Daniel's question.
Neither. I'm kidding.
And you're loving it. Right? Do you have an answer for that? Or are we going to wait for the next time? Oh, well, that's an answer. All right, thank you very much.